which was a terrorist attack. Today, the verdict came out exonerating a domestic terrorist, and the energy is being used to antagonize descendants of slaves, still traumatized by the remnants of that experience. This year's Dome energy is strong, and depending how people respond to this pull on their emotions, will forecast a lot about how the eclipse energy manifests. Mirrors and portals. That's what's taking place right now. Plan accordingly. 1440, which is a minute of an integer of a year of, also means time. After all this time, you are still surprised as to how this country does its business. You could be running out of time if you fail to recognize what time it is. Time will take you out. Time takes everyone out. We all got different times to go though. Do you know what time it is?
That's crazy shit. So they basically saying another person named Adolf died in Scorpio.
Duke of Bobby, 1434.
And that's from Blue Pill.
Law 44, disarm and infuriate with the mirror.
Disarm and infuriate.
With the mirror. According to Law 44, that's why Kyle Rittenhouse got off.
And that's why us, because they was trying to disarm his ass.
To incite the, like he said, the emotional trauma. The same thing Bobby Hemmitt was talking about last night, that video he was playing.
Not to mention, man, you said Bobby and it threw me off.
Okay, let me read this and might bring you back.
Go.
According to the Law 44 of the 48 Laws of Power, you can neutralize an opponent's impact by doing what they do. Repeating their actions or words frustrates and distracts them from their objectives. Throwing their words or actions back at them can also disguise what.
Go ahead.
Say, throwing for the 44 Law 44 of the 48 Laws of Power, to neutralize an opponent's impact by doing what they do. Throwing their words or actions back at them can also disguise what you're up to and give you time to maneuver. Which you're basically saying with the Kyle Rittenhouse giving him the guilty verdict, the not guilty verdict, gives them time to maneuver, because of course it's going to be an uproar for them. The last time a lunar eclipse lasted this long, kings and queens still reigned all across Europe. Cargo ships still used sails, and the horse and buggy was the most advanced in transportation available. Electricity and gasoline engines wouldn't become available for over 400 more years.
But what's the odds, man?
One day equals 1,440 minutes. 44 again.
But what's the odds, bro, though? Somebody named Adolf. And what's the odds a lunar?
It ain't no
And like I said, a lunar eclipse, I automatically, my spirit intuitively say chaos. You know what I'm saying? Chaos. And then for Rashard to come out and say that shit ain't real, it's like a satellite, I get it. But it don't change the fact that elements in the sky affect what's below. You see what I'm saying? And just like you were saying with the mirroring shit, that's the thing, that's the concept of the mirror. It's like, I'm gonna mimic what's going on in front of me as to diminish it or to amplify it. One of the other's gonna happen. Ain't no way around that shit. Thank you, ancestors, for this opportunity to be alive, to understand this shit for all of us. Because that's what a lot of people don't get. When you understand this shit, this is how important it is for you to get this information and stuff. Is because you are the totality of your family. You see what I'm saying? Each one of us are a totality of our family members. So what you get...
The entire point of the development.
So what you get, they benefit from it. But what you don't do, they suffer as a result of it. You see what I'm saying? So, like, it's just a beautiful thing to be on this journey. You know, as much as so much shit happening that want to thwart your spirit, I want you to feel it. I want you to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bobby used to, this is what I used to give Bobby information, and all the information he used to give us. I got the fact that you need to know what's going on, but at the same time, go through all the emotions. Because that's why we here. That's why we here, to feel this shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, what you do with it after you feel that shit, that's the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Some people probably need to have with themselves in order to make sure they're in line with what they feel like their purpose is and what they want to express in life. But when it comes to relationships, I feel like you can't even really be in a relationship unless you go through all the emotions with that motherfucker. And here it is, we be feeling like we ain't supposed to do all that shit. Like, we doing too much, like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas want shit to be cool. And like Bobby said, being cool was a way of hiding how you really felt. So if you ain't going through shit in your relationship, are you really, you know what I'm saying, being honest in your relationship? You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers could be born on the same day. You feel me? And they still got their own individuality, which means we not gonna agree on everything. Everything that I'm thinking, you're not thinking. But we don't got a beef because of that, and that's what a lot of arguments happen by way of. Like, nigga, you don't agree with what I'm saying, so let's argue about that shit. Or fallouts, wars. After all this time, we ain't learned, like, nigga, learn to appreciate other people's opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't gotta, like, you don't gotta appreciate it so much to the point you don't got one no more. But at the same time, you gotta learn to appreciate other people's opinion. Learn to appreciate other people's point in life. Place in life. Like, even if you got a so-called hater, you feel me? You still control how you see that shit. You know, like you tell me all the time, and you on that law of attraction big, and it's important. People need to recognize what you think gives way to your reality. So even when you have bad thoughts, you gotta find a way to, you know, find the magic words for you to refocus yourself. For me, when bad thoughts come up, I say I'm glad the war is already won, because what I've already overcome, and more rewards is soon to come because of life obstacles that I triumph. So then at that point, you focus in your mind to where even if some shit happen, because you already celebrating the wins, you celebrating the opportunities. You know, Michael J. White say, man, I appreciate my opponents. Last thing Nipsey said in the Instagram was, it's good to have strong enemies, or something to that nature. You feel me? When you recognize how life propels you, everything, you know what I'm saying? Even the argument with your girlfriend or your loved one, that shit had to happen that way. Because you wouldn't have paid no attention or gave a fuck if it was anybody else. You see what I'm saying? As much as you like, why I have to fall out with such and such? Like, why me and this person just can't get along and I love them this much? Like, I love them so much, but we just can't get along. It is because you looking to show your love too much. And too much of anything can be bad, right? So when you were looking to show your love too much, you begin to get off balance. So all you keep seeing is you showing love. That's all you seeing. You can't even see if this motherfucker showing love back unless they doing exactly what you doing. Unless they choose to mirror you. You can't see the love in return. And at that point, that's a miserable existence. It's gotta be. Because you can't appreciate shit.
You feel so good with your numbers, it's crazy. Like, you gotta-
That's his thing.
What is this site?
It's look like a gematria site.
Yeah, that's what it is. Gematria. But this is
Thank you,
saying,
ancestors, for the first knowledge we have.
this is saying how that dude written how name equal up to 144, which is Tom. Something to do with the 44. All these 44s. He's in Wisconsin, where the shit happened at Kenosha, Wisconsin. But he also said his name equal up to 1122, the day, which is also the day John F. Kennedy got popped. So Blue Pill say so. His time may be up right around the corner, but not by nobody who don't really understand what time is and what these numbers really mean. So yeah, he got off in the courts, but you know,
We all got our time.
yeah, we all
And but this my thing people don't get. We think this shit just over when we die. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really feel like we come back.
Clearly, it ain't. It's too many coincidences. Shit repeating itself, cycles,
Yes.
years. All you gotta do is.
And we come back in so many forms. To the point, it's like it would behoove you, even if you don't love your kids or anybody else like that. It would behoove you to leave behind a ripple effect that you can survive in, or you can thrive in when you come back. Because, this how you set it up for yourself. Because the person you are now, the passion, the love, that is your pure self. That's your pure self. So if you do things out of your passion and your love, the things that you make, the things that you leave behind, these things will be your saviors when you come back. That would be your heaven. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I want to get more into how, the Mayans and, they used to do the sacrifices of the people that was they higher ups. Like, the person that was at the height, they would kill that motherfucker. And we on that land. And, it's nothing new under the sun. And like you talking about in certain instances, the repeating of the history. To the point there is no time other than the present. And it's shown by the present because the future is going to be represented by what we do now. And the present is a clusterfuck of what already happened. Get a little Bobby, just 3 minutes.
Right, huh? Yeah, but see, you gotta realize this here too. When we saying they're humble, Farrakhan used to tell the people that brother on the track, because they know ultimately with the great migration, they say the migration of the North was the biggest migration in world's history of a people. When black people traveled from
bigger
the
than
North,
the Exodus,
from the South to the
nigga.
North, but they knew that
Bigger than the Exodus.
the brother that was on the tractor was going to be put under scrutiny for being a dumb country hick. And he would be the most humble. So when he say the black man in the South would rise up, because that would be the last one to get the knowledge. But he would be humble enough because you would come up into the South and you would fall in one of the most hideous things. It would rise your ego to the worst level. Your ego is the part that keeps you dead. And there's one thing that rose the black man's ego to the highest level, and that's called cool. Cool. That's the sickness of cool. Cool is sick. When cool hides your real self. You just act cool. That's why the sisters say and then you get the sisters acting cool. Cool hides that. You see what I'm saying? That's the ego. That's the inflation of the ego. And you inflate the ego, you are ingrained more into the physical world. A humble man is more to God. So you see a little country boy, he be humble and stuff. You see what I'm saying? So that's the one God say, I'll send you a country boy. That's why all the lives Muhammad rose up and went to the north. You see what I'm saying? It's the humility. You see what I'm saying? Now there might be some ignorance in there, but once the humble boy gets the knowledge, he uses it different than the brother that is arrogant. He uses the knowledge to shield his pathology, and he beats up on the people with it.
Oh, that was Jermaine.
But a humble boy, he's sincere. And they say, what? My sincerity is
Steven
my
Jackson was
potential.
out there when they got in the audience.
So humility is the key to God.
whole
That's why the woman is God. You see what I'm saying? But even the woman done got crazy with this thing. You see what I'm saying? That's ego. Right. So they built the city in the south. In the God Hudi. This is the Western Nile. Now, it says establish the star and flame, and the star and flame was exalted and burned the benediction of the universe. What's the star and the flame? The star is the black dot in you, and the flame is the kundalini that rises to the black dot.
It's time to feel the rush.
Man, that's crazy. I ain't getting up with me. I got some more for you.
Biden's mandate. This nigga gave presidency to Kamala right now.
That's what they saying?
No, he did because he's going to do it and getting a colonoscopy.
Oh.
But
Yeah, because he going under.
happening.
He had to.
Yeah, but they saying that it's happening because it's a blood moon ritual.
Ain't that some shit? He getting a colonoscopy. I'm looking up animals and shit.
No, he's like 90.
No, I'm just Alright, like they said, it's ironic the powers that be are pushing us all towards certain things. But guess what? The energies that are saying this anyway. So it is ironic.
I mean, I would just say it isn't ironic because me and his baby is on hospital like every 2 years.
Okay, and the irony would be the connection with me. And you just telling me that. So it's like, ain't that ironic? I've been looking into certain shit, and then it's a blood moment. No, basically that's a connection. It's a connection. Like when you think you just doing shit just to be doing shit, and then somebody say something connected to it, you like, So I'm in tune. I'm in tune with the energy. And anybody else that's doing it, whether they 90 or whatever, they're still in tune with the energy that's present right now.
I would find it a connection if you were just having something looking up this stuff. But you need to be looking up this stuff. You've been looking up this stuff.
I don't need to, because he's not at enema phase. Nobody's talking about an enema for him. So I was looking that shit up because it popped in my head about some information I was looking up a while back. So I'm coming back up on a cycle. Just like that moon cycle, like irony, you know. No. Peep this though about insecure people in general.
Are you looking at me? You looking at me? And then you realize, oh, you think I see you.
Or why you talking about me? I got haters. Why you coming at me? Why you don't believe what I'm saying? Why you questioning it? You know what I'm saying? Why you don't just agree with me?
a space where you're hurting and you think I see you, so you don't want me to look at you. And you don't want me to see you in such a vulnerable, you don't want me to see your pain. You don't, so you put on this shell of this tough person that's really willing to fight me and possibly kill me because I looked at you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so knowing that and understanding that changes life completely. What you looking at? Are you looking at me? You looking at me? And then you realize, oh, you think I see you.
You think I know what you're
in a space where you're hurting and you think I see you, so you don't want me to look at you. And you don't want me to see you in such a vulnerable, you don't want me to see your pain. You don't, so you put on this shell of this tough person that's really willing to fight me and possibly kill me because I looked at you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so knowing that and understanding that changes life completely.
It do. It changes the game. Especially if you're trying to be there for people in general anywhere. Put you in a position where you can be without the confusion. How the hell playing with you on the phone, man?
It's not me. That's true. One of the alleged hitters of young Dolph has taken my advice, a little bit of it, and came for, hey, it's not me, man. And specifically said, man, that young Dolph stuff, man. Yeah. See, I'm gonna show y'all the power of what we do. $1 million.
So they got people out here picking them up.
The power of $1 million. That man not
like
supposed to be on Clubhouse saying, man, that Dolph stuff. Oh, I told y'all, didn't I tell y'all that nigga know he gonna get hit if he go back over there? Now you done brought Dolph up. Your people ain't gonna be $1 million. Nigga, straight shook, nigga. So I didn't come let y'all know. I don't want none of y'all phonies to tell me nothing. That man who was on Clubhouse, one of the hitters, who went on Clubhouse and said, shout out to death for the cloud chaser. Who went on Clubhouse and said, man, hey man, that Dolph stuff, hey, y'all should tell something. It's not what y'all say. It's not what you, OG like to look. That's how you say it. It's not how you say it, it's what you say. I'm listening. Oh, nigga, you crazy. You mean you, the man who bragging, the man who be talking all that gangster stuff, now you coming on Clubhouse. Why you on Clubhouse? Oh, is that one hurt your manager? You mean, must be crazy. It's $1 million. Fuck who you know, nigga. And I know you not who you say you is, because you supposed to be talking to the people you know. Why you on Clubhouse saying I'm not in that young dog stuff? Because you scared the motherfucker. Because everything I said was gonna happen that happened like overnight to your ass. Now answer the phone calls. You ain't got no motherfucking niggas to get you nowhere. Nobody will be around you. You a little fraud who shoot people in the back. Now you a nigga who talk too much. You ain't no blogger. Let me say, I'm just finna revolutionary ride, RP for Dolph. Shout out to Death for the Cloud Chaser. Y'all go check out his page. It's one of the hitters. Y'all just tell me which one it was in the chat. Which one of them niggas is on the clubhouse saying, I'm not in that Dolph stuff. Whatever happened to Dolph, and you willing to say that on the stand, you almost there, young man. Now we can hear you. But let's legendary. Finger King Wild, the first one to say one man. Say, get over here. Now, nigga, we do playing. We know you know we serious because you're on clubhouse saying it's not me. No real nigga. I thought real niggas don't talk. And I told you niggas, if a nigga didn't do it, they supposed to say something. This nigga get the message. But he might be, man, I didn't do it. We don't fuck with you. We see you. You come and tell us who did what. But we know you watching. You on clubhouse. Did you come on Tough Fan TV? Like, no, man, you found my $1 million. And we ain't playing. And you know we ain't playing because you're on clubhouse saying it's not me, it's not me. Ain't you a gangster? What you mean? No gangster gonna go on clubhouse, that's just me. I'm the only one with the credentials. They don't trust none of y'all. Also, first of all, it's an election going on YouTube right now, y'all. Y'all didn't even know this. Y'all are voting for who the hell y'all want to hear something from? Cofield King, Wild, legendary gangster. Oh yeah, y'all go check out one real _ OG on Instagram, man. My boy was giving me a bunch of game on some Memphis stuff. Y'all be like, I know, y'all thought I'm in Memphis. No, because I'm tuned to the Memphis. And Memphis, all through my chat, they love me. They talk, oh, and my print chain on the way, man. Nah, anyway, I'm just saying it to you. Hear me? We told y'all we was winning. Like, y'all, it's called applying pressure, nigga. And niggas better hurry up, because I'm finna take the show on the road. I'm a nigga. This nigga was on Clubhouse saying I didn't do it? Oh, little nigga, that mean you dead. That mean you trying to say, this y'all just take me. You don't even want to take yourself into the police. Huh? Hey, it is going up. First of all, I want people to just listen to it. I'm already the credible one, y'all know it. First of all, I told y'all all this gonna happen. And remember this, some people said, hey, I ain't never did nothing. That man said, first of all, that Dolph stuff, I'm not in it. Don't listen to hi, Sanders, what is that? Dolph stuff. So you do know who did it. If you say you didn't do it, who did it? You know anybody who did it? Nigga, please, nigga. Yo, YouTube niggas days is over. This y'all mean come retired. You nigga, the Sanders did something. You had to say, man, nigga, 1988 or something. I ain't giving no evidence on nothing that's real. You niggas is done, son. Now, I don't take no pride in this young man being scared like that. I don't take no pride in this young man going on Clubhouse and being scared to death. I don't. I'm gonna take pride when he come out and tell the damn truth and say, man, I did it. And then this time, God damn it, $1 million, boy, was on here. We ain't collected it yet. Hey, Cuff Figure is worldwide. We doing this thing. Club.
What are they doing? Like some kind of sleep therapy? Some kind of sleep therapy?
It's light healing.
History of all rappers started, died, all the city. So which means, fuck with us, we love your city. They shouldn't have nothing to do with me. Yeah, no. But be careful, because most of the hate in the world comes from people that's just like you. So just be careful. You look at Chase, what happened to him?
I don't know.
A lot of guys that happens in the
Hey, bro said that shit ain't got nothing to do with me.
Love your city, respect it, but also be aware that, you know, it's good to be outside. It's good to be outside. It's good to be in other places. So you always check in. It's so good. The Dolph, man, I just want to tell you thank you, man. I want to tell you congratulations.
That's crazy. Bro said that ain't got shit to do with me.
Hello, my health
So that ain't so-called identifying this.
Shit to do with what Dolph had going, cuz I did not do, cuz y'all tripping. I with dude was a real on steroid. No, we no on steroids. So I look like go killing another steroid. That ain't real.
Welcome back to the channel once again, fam. People gather at the intersection of Boulevard in South Memphis, near the site of the reported fatal shooting of rapper Young Dolph. The 36-year-old rapper allegedly walked into the shop Makita's Butter Cookies to make a purchase when an unidentified person drove up and shot him.
Y'all on some straight one police ass shit, trying to put two and two together, thinking you know what's going on when you all don't know shit. All these bad pro hats out here ain't got shit to do with what do and this on the mob, on fam mob, and know to ever send me out to do shit.
Young Dolph was well known in the city, for which he named his 2016 debut studio album, King of Memphis. The album's number 49 on the Billboard 200 chart, a record he beat in 2020 with his 7th album, Rich Slave, which reached number 4. Footage of police at the...
That's up. Everybody.
So up, had M's. That's why shot was so up with M's. Don't even understand the real game. Shot wasn't real. With Dolph. It was Dolph. Shot a DM me on some regular. Hey boy, you hard, keep going. Don't listen no boy. We soldier, boy. Broke your head in real life. Man, come on, man. Don't listen to Shot, man. You a fool, man. What y'all call money? What do y'all call money? That's the conversation. What do y'all call money? Soulja Boy with a fakest jury. Like, what do y'all call money? What do y'all call money? All this hang Soulja Boy with doing, man. What do y'all call money? Don't y'all call money? Who got a chain? We gonna get checked out. Y'all think Soulja Boy got some money? Y'all are sick. Y'all need to be gonna get checked out. Y'all need to be gonna get see what's happening. That what y'all call money? Man, Soulja Boy pressing on, man. Man. I know Street got boy running a circle around that boy. Boy, I know Street running a circle around that boy. That Bentley was a 08, about 22,000. You can go get one of them. Man, come on, man. All that. I ain't Soulja Boy for doing, man. Soulja Boy whole jury collection. Come on, man. What are y'all calling money? What are you? All this hang Soulja Boy for doing, man. What do y'all call money? Don't y'all call money? Who got a chain? Wearing a jury? Driving that old Bentley? Don't y'all call money? Y'all are sick. Y'all need to be going. Y'all think Soulja Boy got some money? Y'all are sick. Y'all need to be going to get checked out. Y'all need to be going to get see what's
going around. Viral, one of Young Dolph voices. Hold on, King AK-47 voice in the streets, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Subscribe button to share this video. So it's a video going viral, mega viral. Young Dolph artist basically saying that Dolph came to him, saying if anything were to happen to me, you know, I want you to go live and tell it all and keep my word, man. So I want y'all to hear a little bit of what he's saying, and we
talking about yesterday.
You ain't seen it already.
Yeah, I didn't hear this.
Punk ass nigga. Why you think Block ain't got no motherfucking features? Why you think Block ain't got no fucking features? And that's his art. That was his art. Why you think Block ain't got no fucking features? Faggot ass niggas. He ain't fucking with y'all niggas. That's why I'm saying like niggas want alright. Drop Yellow Tech 2. Drop Yellow Tech 2. This shit on billboards, nigga. That shit in New York.
Tell me why you do that. There go everything. Ego.
Niggas hate. Niggas hate. Niggas fool. We can't stop. We gotta get rid of this nigga. We can't get rid of Key Glock. We gotta get rid of Dolph. If we get rid of Dolph, then Key Glock ain't gonna be able. Right. He co-ordered an empire, nigga. When Dolph came to the motherfucking people and told these niggas, let me be co-ordered an empire, nigga, that killed my bro, nigga, 4 days later, nigga. 4 days later. Rewind. Now, let's rewind. Gotti was never motherfucking prince, my nigga, bro, dog. Dolph made enough motherfucking money to go and have empire, nigga. He made enough motherfucking money to go half and half empire, nigga.
But they really in the spec was for that nigga to reinvest in himself. You know what I'm saying? Most niggas would have made that money off their contract. You know what I'm saying? Recoup their little shit, put that shit in the bank, bought some ice, some crazy shit, or whatever, blew that shit. That nigga turned around, reinvested in his motherfucking self. Then like that shit, they like, hold the fuck up. Hell no, that is not his shit go. You niggas supposed to be broke in a while. They had to keep coming back to us. Excuse me. What is that?
Refrigerator for the hood.
Oh, that's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, I guess he got a non-profit. Ain't putting fresh.
You. What's so hard to understand about that? Why are you so... We're not disrespecting the dead. We're just making points to how he lived his life. So you can see how what you do, what you say, project, what you put in the atmosphere can come back to self-sabotage you. What's so hard to understand about that? Why are you so damn sensitive? He put that out there, it came back. You should learn, I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do things like that because it will come back. So, how hard is it to understand that? Stop idolizing these people because you'll be right in hell with them. Violent lyrics, drugs and alcohol, toxicity, negativity, murder, poison. And y'all gonna say new breed. You know, you going in too hard.
If you ever feel like this
damn
is
sure what they gonna say, G.
anywhere and all you want.
Tell you love you, young dog. Let's compete.
Like and subscribe.
Sure. Drill music at TV.
Like and subscribe.
Sure. Drill music. He's hurting. These kids are hurting over Dolph. The fans really miss Dolph, y'all.
Tell you love you, young dog. Let's compete. Tell them to He just took a real nigga.
Like and subscribe.
Sure.
Peace.
What fucked up?
Oh, she know. Yeah, we was talking about it because she know she had to work because the same holiday. I'm like, no, girl, that ain't wrong. She like, so why do it? Because it's the holiday.
If you were supposed to be, that you have the science to be do what he is. You see what I'm saying? This is the whole deal on everything we're dealing with now is becoming gods. You see? He said, just as I have done great works. Another one, Psalms chapter 8, verse 3 to 6. And for some people, I don't know how many people. So there's several, I think this is in one of the lost books, Moroni chapter 10, verse 4 to 5, if you can find it. So now, that's the key on what's going down. Becoming gods. Now, like I said before, I talk on what is called esoteric teachings of the occult, which means only mean that which is hidden from you for the last. It's this thing. They used to pump out Christ every day.
I'm working Christmas. I want to work Christmas.
Now, it can't be too perfect. Perfect means perfect. And perfect means an exact duplication from what he is. Well, if you are left with Jesus Christ, which is just one of the Christ, they used to pump out Christ every day in the ancient world. Christ was not just one person. If you are
if you were supposed to be perfect like Jesus Christ, that means that you have the science to be duplicate of what he is. You see what I'm saying? This is the whole deal on everything we're dealing with now is becoming gods. You see? He said, just as I have done great works, greater works ye shall do. Right? Now, the other chapter is, there's another one, Psalms chapter 8, verse 3 to 6. And for some people, I don't know how many people found this Moroni. I think it's in some of the other biblical texts, because you know the King James Version ain't the only Bible. So there's several, I think this is in one of the lost books, Moroni chapter 10, verse 4 to 5, if you can find it. So now, that's the key on what's going down. Becoming gods. Now, like I said before, I talk on what is called esoteric teachings of the occult, which only means that which is hidden. Hidden from you for the last 140 years to 180 years since the crack translated hieroglyphics of Medu. You see?
The way we work has changed. It's not working anymore. This is a new planet. That moon, our moon goes in. That's when our moon goes into retrograde. Just remember that. The moon goes into a retrograde state. And that's when you tap into that powerful energy of the moon. There's no such thing as, oh, this planet is blocking the sun from the moon. Like that. Our moon is going to retrograde. And there's certain energy, there's certain phases that these inorganic beings, these orc beings, see with the moon. They learn the phases of the moon, and so many of us don't know. You got brothers and sisters out there telling our folk that the moon is fake when they're not scientists. You got to call them, some of them calling themselves scientists when they know shit about science. You know, just throwing shit out there because of something that they heard somebody say. Okay? When you understand the cosmos and you understand everything that's around you, and you understand the science behind everything, and know that the moon has been here forever. Since the planet has been here, the moon has been here. Since the planet has been here, the sun, this atmospheric sun has been here. All right? Our galactic sun has been here forever, before the planet was even in existence. Okay? So, what we're looking at is our moon going into a retrograde state. Alright? And that's that root, you know, that's that root energy. And that's the event that's going to happen. And the moon, a few other planetary bodies, our planet, are all going to play a definite role in major events that's going to take place on the planet. Alright? November 21st, we're going into 60 days. So you got September 21st. Alright? November 21st, November 21st is 60 days. November 21st is going into the 90-day energy. First, the energy will be 10 times higher than what it was from the beginning. All right, which was September 21st. So the energy December 2nd will be, technically will be 1 a.m. If you want to look at time scale, look at the time scale. December 2nd will be 1 a.m. Then you're going to December 25th. All right, be that phantom energy. All right, start the year of the phantom energy. That's when dark energy is literally going to cover the planet. But right now, at the present time, the economy is rising, and the price of everything is going higher right now. All right, and it's going higher because they're trying to keep the frequency of nature and aging every day. So, you know, we're looking at the price of meat right now. Increase in the price of meat, okay? And that's a way of trying to keep up with nature's frequencies, all right? As well as nature's frequencies, and this is, and we can see the reptilians, just like we said in the live video. These reptilians, they're running, they are on the run, all right? They're literally on the run from the West Coast to the East Coast. All right, they ran from the West Coast to the East Coast, and they're running from the heat. Now they're here on the eastern part. Their heart not working anymore. It's not working anymore. Okay. This is nothing. This is not the old planet that you dealt with. This is the new planet. She's already shed her skin. It's a need to be building and creating, brothers and sisters. We still need to be at a point of building and creating, opening up that geometrical gateway within us, because it's so important that we open these gateways and take ourselves into a higher level of energy and power. Okay, I just want to bring that to you all, let you all know, because you know from that's when you see December 25th. So increase by 15 to 20%. Okay, energy is going to continue to get higher and higher and higher. In the meantime, we must